Today we have got the long-term review of the OnePlus Nord CE 4. So I have been using the Nord CE 4 for about an year now, and in this video I will cover everything you need to know about this phone. When it launched back in 2024, it was the most balanced phone under 25,000 INR. So in this video we will cover in depth about the software, performance, camera, connectivity and other aspects in detail. Let's start with the positives first. Talking about build, it sports a totally safe design which most people won't hate. I put on a transparent skin on the back of my phone so there's no spots even after a year. Although if you are using a case, do remember to clean it after some time as dust really leaves some spots behind the plastic bags. The phone is constructed completely by plastic and the bag does not get fingerprints despite being glossy. There's an IR blaster on top. You can control your AC or TV without their respective remotes and a dual nano SIM hybrid tray with the option to expand your storage up to 1 terabyte. There's IP54 rating, so minor splashes of water shouldn't be an worry. The haptic experience feels good and is way better than my Samsung S21 FE. The X-axis vibration motor is precise and has a really nice feedback. My main complaint with this design is it lacks the OG OnePlus Elite slider. Point to note is that the Chinese version of the Nord, that is the OnePlus Ace 3V, had the Elite slider present in the Chinese variants. Another complaint is that the phone lacks any sort of Gorilla Glass protection on the display. It has some sort of Panda Glass protection, so I would advise you to always use a tempered glass. Talking about the display, it has got really good color reproduction and the video watching experience is really great. The display is a 6.7-inch 120Hz AMOLED panel. It supports 10-bit HDR10 plus color reproduction. The high brightness mode gets us to 900 nits and I did not have any trouble viewing it in most cases, and the display supports a peak brightness of 1100 nits. The display, however, has a slight cooler tint which can be easily solved by getting the color temperature to the warmer side for a better experience. The display also has 2160Hz PWM dimming, so your late night scroll sessions on low brightness won't give you a headache. The touch sampling rate is only 240Hz, so the display doesn't feel as responsive while playing games like BGMI. Oh, another thing I almost forgot to add is that OnePlus added Aqua Touch technology on this Nord as well. This Aqua Touch lets you use your phone even when there's water droplets on your screen or your fingers are wet. The fingerprint sensor is of optical type, which is expected in this price bracket, and it is super fast. Although the position may be a little uncomfortable for some, as it requires some hand gymnastics to reach it. Oh, another thing I noticed is that while 4K HDR video is playing, the video gets really jittery, which shouldn't have been the case with this phone. The phone uses a powerful Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 and it held up really nice even after a year. It is backed by 8 GB of LPDDR4X RAM and 128 gigs of UFS 3.1 storage. The Antutu score is around 8 to 9 lux if you are interested in that. BGMI runs pretty smooth at 60 FPS, although I don't know why it doesn't support 90 or 120 FPS as cheaper phones from Nothing do support that. We know the phone is capable as it runs the game in 60 FPS from smooth to HDR, everything. This phone doesn't get a dedicated cooling chamber, and that is evident from the display area getting really hot when performing demanding tasks. The USB-C is a Type 2 port and not Type 3.0, so data transfers are bound to be slower. For daily use and casual gaming, this phone is perfect. You won't feel like you bought a wrong phone. And this is a phone under 25,000, so I am okay with the overall performance of the phone. The Nord CE 4 was launched with Android 14 and it already got Android 15 a month back. It was promised 2 years of Android updates, so the last update the Nord will get is Android 16. We know it is just ColorOS and OxygenOS is just used for the namesake. It does come with a few bloatwares right out of the box, but you can uninstall them, at least for now. After the latest update, the app closing and opening animations has been added, which you will find most early reviewers complaining about. Let's talk cameras. You get a 50 megapixel main shooter along with an 8 megapixel ultra wide with no autofocus on that and a 16 megapixel selfie shooter up front. It is a standard combination of cameras which are available in lots of other devices as well. Talking about the sensors, both the back cameras sport a Sony sensor, LYT600 for the primary and IMX355 for the ultra wide. Here are a few samples and decide how good the cameras are. For the price, the primary cameras provide good details, dynamic range is also balanced, highlights are also managed somewhat good, and the colors aren't boosted a lot. It tries to output a natural feeling image. Sometimes in a few photos, the colors may feel a little less as well. Dynamic range could have been a little better, portraits come out pretty good, and the background blur is pretty convincing in the 2x mode. Oh, and the 2x mode has also been added via software updates later. Shots that I took indoor were fine too. When the sun sets, the camera struggles a little bit. Details may seem missing in some photos. Selfies are decent, may feel a little over sharpened, but the photos do come out good. The phone supports a max of 30 fps of 4K recording, so no 4K 60 action going on here, and the selfie camera is kept at 1080p 30. There's support for portrait video recording as well, but that is kept at 1080p as well. The gallery has some nifty features like copying a subject and pasting it somewhere else. There's also AI features like the magic eraser. The phone suggests people to remove from the frame, and here you can see the before and after comparison. I would say the phone did a pretty good job. It has a more than sufficient 5500 mAh battery along with a 100-watt charger. It charges the phone quite fast and it goes from 0 to 100 in around 30 minutes. After a year, my battery health is still sitting at a whopping 96%. Meanwhile, my 6-month-old iPhone is already at 95% despite charging at a much slower rate. I usually get around 7 to 8 hours of screen on time with 120 Hz at auto mode. Do note that gaming is not involved in this battery backup, as you will get a much slower screen on time if you game heavily on your mobile phone. Oh, and I love the fact that the charger was provided in the box. So yeah, that's it guys about the Nord CE4. It delivers on the display, the design, the cameras, the performance and even the battery life. Even after a year, it held its own in this segment. If you have any question, thoughts or doubts, let me know in the comments below and I'll answer each one of you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. With that being said, this is Eraser Ninja and I'll catch you in the next one.